Hey, hey, what's really going on? Bitcoin, crypto, and currency today. We're taking a look at XRP against USDT. We're going to be assessing some of these key technical aspects of price action moving forward. We're looking for some of the pivotal areas of support and resistance I believe we're going to be interacting with in the very near future here. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Do you trade? Do you hold? Or do you let the price action unfold? What are you doing with your bag? If you have one, are you bullish in XRP? Do you believe we finally found support? Have you been buying the dips, accumulating through the downside? We're going to plow through all this potential resistance, head straight to $10-20 million per XRP, or you bearish on price action. You believe support has yet to be found. We're at resistance. We're in a bear market. We're going to plow through all these key levels, head straight to zero. Let me know your thoughts on the direction of price action down in the comment section below. Now, what's going on in the crypto sphere here? We're looking at XRP, and what do we have here? Price action, I do believe, trapped in the middle of a range of sideways. If we were to consider kind of highs just under $2 there, and lows kind of near what appears to be like 54 cents. We're currently in the middle of a potent range of sideways and accumulation. Now, price action, just prior to it, if we were to consider, this period of time between the beginning of November of 2020 all the way to the beginning of April of 2021, we have examples of price action coming from a phase of accumulation, in this case from 25 cents, finding its way very quickly in a very volatile manner, breaking upward, interacting with 62 cents, only to be met with significant sell pressure, enter a phase of consolidation, and then break downward, returning to that previous areas of support that I kind of just came from. So there we have price action, consolidating, breaking upward, consolidating, breaking downward, and then consolidating and breaking upward again. Definitely XRP has the potential and volatility to make some very dramatic movements through its overall uptrend, in my opinion. The overall incentive on XRP is quite bullish, and a lot of these kind of pullbacks are higher lows. So that is very bullish for us in the kind of longer perspective. And I do believe the downside and consolidation downward that XRP experiences is very healthy for it in the longer term, because as I've been saying, like XRP does have a very bullish incentive, and there's lots of long-term holders, and I very much suspect XRP will interact with this kind of multi-dollar range, get to $5, perhaps $10 in its kind of coming lifetime. However, we have to consider some of the factors that contribute to XRP's volatility, and so we have to be careful for a sudden dramatic break downward, even though we are looking very bullish. As I mentioned, price action between kind of November to April there, having multiple phases of accumulation, breaks upward and downward, but ultimately gaining the momentum, finding the higher lows, and becoming bullish enough to plow through previous resistance. Once we've gotten over that 62 cent level, we've kind of expressed similar price action with an upper phase of accumulation, an abrupt break downward, a lower phase of support, and here we are very quickly returning to that previous resistance that we just came from to potentially enter another phase of accumulation. So definitely a lot of factors in play contributing to the volatility of XRP at the moment, causing some perhaps fear, uncertainty, and doubt in its immediate direction. So I do believe some factors to consider now are going to be EngineeringRobo, in addition to the Fibba, Lamborghini, Fettuccine lines of zucchinis. What do we have here overall? As I've said, XRP is looking very, very bullish in my opinion, and there's a lot of buy pressure in play and bulls in control. I do believe we are technically interacting with resistance. The 0.618 Fibonacci level, $1.25 is expressing sell pressure at the moment, and could cause us to enter that prolonged kind of phase of accumulation as we acquire the higher lows necessary to plow through that $2 level. So if price action experiences that resistance at the 0.618 line, I do suspect interaction with the 0.5 line, times to buy in near and perhaps under $1 could present themselves before we see the uptrend continue here. With this kind of key level in mind, the 0.618 and the 0.5 line, this ratio between kind of $1.03 and $1.25 has been very volatile for XRP in its kind of most recent interactions with it. We have price action finding some very aggressive support at the top of the 0.5 line, kind of between the 10th of April all the way to the 19th of May there, where we broke below it and then experienced some significant resistance off of the underside of it on the kind of between the end of May and 1st of June there. So that 0.5, $1, perhaps psychological round level is going to be a very key level to consider, and we will likely have to establish it as support before we can get up to the multi-dollar kind of range. So Lots going on for XRP at the moment. We'll have to see how these next daily candles unfold. It is kind of 11 a.m. Here in my time zone here, so there's definitely a lot of more hours left of this candle, so we'll have to see how it closes. We'll have to see if we can establish $1.25 as support or resistance before we can get kind of more bullish on XRP in the short term. Perhaps some more pullbacks and buy opportunities will present themselves kind of moving forward. Now, what's going on for XRP against USDT? But if we switch to now XRP against Bitcoin, I do believe a new perspective comes into play when we consider factors such as the 0.5 Fibonacci line there. We have potential support at 2444 Satoshi. Price action is being held up quite nicely by that Fibonacci level there. Say we fail to hold it, I do have a support line just down there at 2264 Satoshi. So there is some potential room for some short-term downside to still be kind of bullish in the kind of longer perspective. Overall, looking very bullish in my opinion, especially against Bitcoin with the bounce and buy pressure off of this 200 daily moving average, in addition to the buy 4 coming in on the 28th of July. So XRP becoming very bullish roughly around the same time. EngineeringRobo suggesting that XRP was going to become very bullish around the kind of 27th and 28th of July there. In addition to this support found around the 200 daily moving average, we can see why we now have the momentum and buy pressure to get to where we are currently, interacting with support against Bitcoin. However, I do believe some significant resistance is ahead. The 0.382 Fibonacci level at 2875 Satoshi is currently correlating with my 2893 Satoshi level, suggesting some very significant sell pressure at that range. We have multiple rejections off of it in the kind of some recent price action here. We do have examples of price action above it, so that does suggest that we will very much see those levels again, in my opinion. However, we will likely need to build the momentum to kind of get up and to those levels. We do have price action pretty much trapped under the 0.382 Fibonacci line all the way from the 13th of April pretty much to the 9th of June of this year, until we found ourselves kind of below my support at 2268. So now price action currently entering a range of potential consolidation. We do have some sideways in this zone here, currently interacting with support against Bitcoin. Overall looking very bullish in the longer term. This buy 4 and price action above the 200 daily moving average gives us a lot of buy pressure in play, and does suggest that we could very much hold against Bitcoin's volatility, or gain against kind of Bitcoin in the coming future here. So there's definitely lots of reasons to be bullish on XRP. However, we always have to be looking for support and pullbacks in any uptrend. So you'll just have to see how volatile we can be with the current levels we are interacting with. Currently trying to find support against Bitcoin, interacting with resistance against USDT. But if we consider now Bitcoin against USDT, what do we have here? What is the overall crypto market doing? We're looking very bullish, in my opinion. We have price action breaking upward through resistance at 48K after some volatile interaction with the 200 daily moving average, slapping us up and down and around for a good kind of week and a bit there, only to, find ourselves in a very bullish manner up above previous resistance. Perhaps it's not impossible that we return to it as support. We try to in today's candle, it would appear, but the overall buy pressure is quite abundant. And so here we are returning to this kind of today's candle's open. Now, it's definitely very dangerous to be bearish on Bitcoin at the moment. We're coming in a very volatile manner, in a very bullish manner, out of this multi-month phase of downside and accumulation, consolidation downward from some very euphoric and volatile all-time highs. I do believe overall, like I've been saying, the buy pressure for Bitcoin has kind of never left, even through all this technical downside. There's been definitely a great amount of smart money accumulating through all this phase of accumulation, and as I mentioned, being it's hard to be a little bit bearish on Bitcoin, because these pullbacks, these retracements in this uptrend are getting bought up far quicker. And so I do believe that is suggesting the overall abundance of bullishness that Bitcoin is experiencing, and we are likely to continue the bull run here in the coming sort of weeks. This is a very bullish and very healthy phase of accumulation and downside for Bitcoin overall. So we do have a lot of factors in play contributing to the bullishness now. Technically, we have EngineeringRobo bullish since 24th of July, supporting the uptrend here. We have price action, coming out of the resistance found at the 0.618 line, $41,500 per Bitcoin. We had that little retracement off of 41.5 all the way down to 37.5. Very bullish time to be buying, because here we are approaching 50K, well above the 200 daily moving average and my $48,000 support line. The next area of resistance that could give us a hard time is going to be $51,700 per Bitcoin, the 0.786 Fibonacci level. However, based on the current market conditions, we could very well find ourselves at all-time highs and then some, kind of much sooner than people expect. So lots going on for Bitcoin here in the crypto sphere. These pullbacks, these retracements are going to be very bullish for us. I do believe they're going to be more and more shallow. We're going to have probably a very volatile spike that leads to a very just as volatile spike downward. However, in this recovery here, I do believe these retracements are going to be met with some very aggressive buy pressure. So, I'd be buying the dips along the way if I were you. But now, lots going on in the crypto sphere here. Anything could happen. We could plummet straight to zero tomorrow, see 100K in the next 2 seconds. Obviously, anything could happen in the crypto sphere here. Ultimately, looking very bullish, in my opinion. Technically, we are plowing through resistance, confirming it as support. So the uptrend is looking very healthy and is wanting to continue. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Try EngineeringRobo free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below. Let me know your thoughts on the direction of price action down in the comment section below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? What do you think is going on in the crypto sphere here? Thank you for tuning in, and tune in for the next one.